Surprise! We're back for another fantastic Ram film review.
I am Randall, and this is my amazing, awesome friend Mac. And yes, we are back one more time for another review. Please stay with us.
Just like mommy.
So yeah, as you can see, I think most people have gotten the idea now, right? That we do now a new tradition, which is we always try and create a new little adage that references the movie in some kind of way. And the movie that we're talking about today is called
No One Gets Out Alive.
And one of the common sayings in this movie, which is something we always try to reference in some kind of way, is stay with me. And we're going to get to why that's important. But, yeah. So, this was a straight to Netflix movie, right? It was, I would imagine it was financed by Netflix, right? Because it was a Netflix film. And we were trying to figure out what did we want to watch. And we went over a scale of different genres of horror, right? We're like, okay, do we want to watch supernatural, slasher, paranormal, or do we want to watch...
just a gore film or something. Yeah,
something like that. And we ended up picking this one after watching the trailer a couple of times, right? We saw the idea, the concept that the Netflix trailer gives.
Yeah.
And which isn't really like a full trailer, just kind of a trailer. And yeah, it kept on captivating us, and it just kept on calling to us. Yeah. Which is weird.
It was this...
kind of like in reference to the stone box. Yeah. Just kept calling to us.
It was this film or between what? It was like a movie with CM Punk.
There's something about the house.
Oh, the girl on the third floor.
Yeah, there you go, girl on the third floor.
So Randall, he's like, hey, is that CM Punk? And we looked it up, and it wasn't. We just flipped it, and it was No One Gets Out Alive.
Yep. Which
it has the same title as a novel created in 2014 by Adam Nevill. I believe that's the last name.
Yep.
And wow,
British author.
Yeah.
Who's also is he the one that's also responsible for The Ritual?
No, I believe that's the director, Jock Crocker.
Oh, because it's from the creators of The Ritual, right?
Yeah. So basically, in this movie also too references that The Ritual movie. And
they had a lot of references, apparently, right?
And the little it was like a 5-second scene with the news.
Yeah.
They said there was like 4 hitchhikers lost in Sweden.
Yeah.
Which references that movie. You gotta check it out. The Ritual. It's in Spanish, I believe.
That's another one that I have to watch, because you did tell me about that. I want to watch that. And after seeing this one, then I would definitely enjoy The Ritual.
It said that it's like a spiritual cousin of The Ritual.
That's what I thought. Adam Nevill actually wrote...
he wrote that one too? Okay.
He wrote The Ritual. Nice. I don't know if the director was the same one who did The Ritual, but yeah, he's the one who wrote The Ritual, and he had written a couple of other books which were within the same genre.
Nice.
And actually, ironically, there's a tidbit of fun, a little Easter egg that I just saw right there.
Yeah.
But I mean, okay, so the movie itself kind of references illegal immigration, right?
It references that a lot, I think.
Well, it's the main point, right? It's the main point of the movie.
Yeah, it's a mixture of like supernatural, like what was that word? Surrealism? No. Realism, terror, horror.
Yeah, to a degree, right? Yeah. I mean, it kind of references in a way when illegal immigrant has to come into this country and try to make it work without being able to provide documentation or anything, because obviously they're here illegally. So
and barely having anybody any family to support them, and they're on their own.
Yeah. So I mean, the beginning of the movie kind of gives us an idea of an archaeologist digging, and then they pull something that's been boarded up out of the ground.
You know that whole don't take out what's buried underneath.
Yeah.
But yeah, all this archive footage.
Hey, what's up, Alex?
Been a minute, my G's. I have a daily ritual. Oh, Merle.
Yep.
What's it?
What's up, Alex? Alex, I gotta send you your gift, man. I'm probably gonna send it out this week. Your prize for finding Spider-Man. We've been a little bit behind. Holy shit, it's noticeable on camera.
Nice, bro.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, he has been losing weight.
Yeah, actually, both me and Mac have been working on that. Yeah, but I do appreciate that it was actually somewhat noticeable. That's fucking awesome. But yeah, so you get the archaeological find, and then you don't see much after that. And then you start seeing illegal immigrant.
Yeah, let's tell them what we see in the footage.
I mean, it's just a lot of digging and stuff like that, and then they pull that box that's all boarded up.
Just
you don't
the box.
You don't see the box and what the actual box is at this point.
It's all
boarded up.
But something's creepy about that.
Morel says we're looking snack-delicious. That's great.
You know it.
It's great. But yeah, so we see the box come out. Hey, what's up, Steve? We did get your message, man, and we were gonna send you the link. It's just I'm trying to figure out how to do it with the Instagram thing because I have to end up downloading the file and messing with it because the audio always comes up a little off from the original audio, so I have to like edit it down and all that stuff, and then I'm gonna provide you a direct link, like it's gonna be only for you. But yeah, I definitely do plan on doing that. We've been away for a bit, handling some personal stuff, but we appreciate you reached out again. Steve, an amazing director that was part of the December anthology. He did great work and reached out to us from our review and yeah, just super ecstatic about that. What's on your shirt? Brie.
It's an inside joke between a friend and I. It just says Brie.
Yeah.
Like, Brie.
But thank you very much, Steve, for joining in. But yeah, so we see the archaeological find, we see the box come out, and then kind of just ends, right? We see nothing else from the archaeological find. Then we see the girl,
Amber,
coming out of the back of a semi truck that's supposed to be loaded with cargo, and instead it's loaded with immigrants.
Correct.
Right, and
I assume that they got caught. It's like, oh, let's get out of here, vamonos, and just a bunch of lights. But no, she made it. She made it to Cleveland, Ohio.
Yep.
So yeah, Amber's played by a Miss Christina Rodlow. She did a fantastic job.
Yeah, she was great. She was fantastic. It reminded me, like, we kept on trying to find references of what was similar to a lot of things we've seen before. It gave me a Wreck vibe at that point, too. Yeah. Right? The girl was very much like the girl in Wreck. She was very, I guess, fierce in a way, but also, like, had that, that, like, I'm gonna kick your ass kind of face to her too. Correct.
No, of course she's by herself, so she's in self-defense mode.
Yeah.
It also gave me a vibe of 2012's The Possession. It basically is a little box that just possesses people or like gives off bad vibes. We saw a couple other references in this movie.
There was a lot of things that made great references all together, but.
Wait, she made it to Cleveland, Ohio.
Yeah, she comes off the thing, off the truck. Immediately she's in a home and she's working. And then the common job for people getting paid under the table is usually factory workers. So she's in a factory sewing. Which is a common job for that because usually all those people get paid under the table. But yeah, so we see that, and then we start seeing the afflictions that they bear. When the hotel she's staying at, or motel, I guess, right?
It's like a boarding house.
Yeah, she's staying. It keeps on reminding her, like, hey, we need an ID. You've been here 2 weeks. We need you to present an ID. So, obviously, no chance of documentation, so she needs to try and move a new spot. At this point, we also get an idea of the house.
Correct.
With another girl that's staying at the house.
What's her name again? Frisia?
No.
No?
No. The one that was talking to her brother on the phone.
Oh, the Portuguese lady.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the beginning.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
We also get a reference to the house at this point. And then at this point, we do get to see a glimpse of the stone box.
Correct.
Because she is sitting in the middle of a lounge area. Hey, what's up, Rocky? She's sitting in the middle of a lounge area and talking on the phone.
Drinking wine, just chilling.
Yeah, just chilling. And I'm guessing it was also after 9 at this point. And we'll get to why that's important. But talking on the phone, little thing starts to happen.
Flickering lights, connection with the brother.
Immediately gives us a little bit of a supernatural vibe. And the cool thing that they did a lot in this movie, and I thought was really well done, was Rocky says happy belated.
Yo, thank you, Rocky.
Was the wet footprints.
Yes.
That just appear, right? And then we see this. It was Mac's birthday about,
on Tuesday the 29th.
Yeah. So we see the wet footprints.
Yeah.
And the girl notices them. She's like, it's awkward as fuck.
And she's just staring at them.
And she hears the dripping.
Yeah, she's staring at them, and then just drips. Yeah. And they just disappear.
Well, the lights go out.
Yeah.
She looks forward. She sees the box, and she looks back at the footprints, and then they vanish. Right? So we see the stone box. And she just stays looking at the stone box, And
it's just moving, shifting.
Yeah.
Jiggling.
And then eyes behind.
It's just glowing
fucking
eyes.
Great, dude. That scene was fucking great.
It reminded me of, oh my god, a little bit of Salem's Lot, like the glowing eyes, maybe, or maybe Demons.
Oh, true, Demons. Yeah. So it had a lot of good touches of different kind of horror stuff involved. But so we get the presentation of the box. We get a presentation of what's going on, but with no full grasp of what's happening. So, pretty important to know that you just don't know what exactly is happening with that box.
Yes,
literally almost until the end of the movie, really.
Yeah, to me, I thought it was just ghosts or demons.
Yeah,
haunting the boarding house or whatnot. But
like Evil Dead-ish or something like that. There was Evil Dead kind of tone to it as well. Not in the comedic side, but in story-wise, because there was small little just glimpses, things that you dug out of the ground, things that
the tapes,
that had incantation, stuff like that. So it had a lot of that reference to it as well. But so Amber goes through the process of dealing with not having an ID, and then she has to leave where she's been staying because she just can't provide an ID. She has none. Finds a flyer with one single thread left.
Yeah, it says only women. So it's super cheap, and also too the one that's been she gets befriended by Kinsey.
Yep.
Which is a coworker in that factory.
Yep.
She's Haitian or maybe.
Either.
Cause she wasn't.
She was definitely Caribbean.
Yeah.
She was definitely Caribbean, but I couldn't make out exactly. Because they never kind of referenced. The only one that we got an exact reference was from Amber, because she kind of gave the clear, blatant idea that it was Mexico.
Yeah. So Kinsey basically, knowing Amber's situation that she needs an ID, tells her, it'll be $1,000 to get an ID from Ohio, saying that she was born in Ohio, but she wanted an ID to say that she was born in Texas.
And we had no idea why.
Yeah, and Kinsey said that it'll be $3,000 compared to the $1,000. And like Randall said, Amber just was persistent on saying that has to be from Texas without no explanation.
Yep.
So it's kind of weird.
Yep.
But she gets the flyer and she goes up to the house. It's called something Heights. I forgot the name of the house.
Yeah, I don't remember at all.
But it's like a boarding house, four stories. And we get introduced to Red.
Red, who apparently seems to be the primary landlord of the housing.
Yeah.
And you ready for it? Because we're both going to try this one for
the
first
first
time.
My bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So, trying out Logan Paul and KSI's Prime. the reviews have actually been really good on all of
Yeah,
these.
this will actually be my second one. The first one I did was the green one, the lime one.
Yeah, the lemon lime.
Lemon lime, which is fucking amazing.
The grape one that's the one that I had, and that
Yeah.
one was really good. So this is the first time we're both gonna be doing tropical punch.
Yeah, at 2 a.m.
Cheers.
Salud. Cheers, folks. Get your whiskey out or something.
Holy shit, it tastes like Kool-Aid.
Oh yeah.
That is fucking great.
Get a little bit more.
Yeah, low cal. So 25 cal, 6 carbs. Total sugar is only 2 grams of sugar. That's really fucking
That's
good.
good. Prefer the lime one a little bit more, but
Yeah.
this one's good too. So
I
yeah,
gotta try the lime. And they have an orange as well. But yeah, I've heard all the flavors actually. I've not heard much of the negative on any of the flavors, but yeah, big shout out. Oh, and it uses coconut water. That's the other thing.
yeah.
So big shout out to Logan Paul and KSI, who are founders of the beverage itself, you know, and been marketed pretty fucking well. It's been doing well. It's in GNC. It's in Walmart.
Yeah, I've seen it. I got mine.
It's in Vitamin Shoppes. So, and then they also have it on a website.
Amazon, right? Maybe too.
Do they have it on Amazon? I'm not sure.
Amazon,
I don't think it's on Amazon. But
Yeah.
they have I'm pretty sure they have their own
Yeah.
their own website, which was
So we got sidetracked. We'll get back to the movie.
yeah, I want to make sure that I give it the proper drinkprime.com. Drinkprime.com. So, yeah, if you guys are interested in checking that out, because I'm telling you, the grape was great. Lemon lime was great for him. They have the blue flavor, which is, I think, supposed to be blue raspberry. Ooh. And that one I heard tastes like cotton candy in a way.
Try that one.
So, and then they have orange, the grape that I've had, and then this one is tropical punch. The website is sold out, so the only way you're gonna be able to find it is if you go on Walmart, GNCs, or Vitamin Shoppes.
It's Merle says. Oh yeah, Merle drinks like about 3 bangs a day.
That's a lot of bangs.
But man, just keeps on ticking. What did Rocky say? Bang.
Said bang, bang be banging though. Key lime pie.
Pie is my shit.
Nice. Key lime pie is my shit. Nice.
What's that figure statue of?
Oh, so we're gonna reference that in a minute. Once we start getting more into the deeper depths of the stone box. But yeah, so the reason like we started drinking these too, and I wanted to try it even more, is because since we are doing our own like little workout thing, right? This does have like some benefit to it. I mean, obviously, I wouldn't say probably wouldn't be the best thing to drink all around. Like it's good to drink water as frequently as possible, but this is a good one to drink like after your workouts and stuff like that, because it does have B vitamins, antioxidants, electrolytes, which the body needs sometimes to like re-energize, and then comes with coconut water in there, which is also a benefit. So it's
super refreshing after a workout.
Yeah. I mean, I would always say that for me, water is the primary source of beverage to ingest. But yeah, this little extra bit to throw on top of it has been great, and yeah, every time I find I go crazy and fucking buy. But yeah, so continue on. Let's get back to the movie, because it's not like this is actually a paid sponsorship.
Right.
This is just us talking about a beverage that's good because we like it.
Oh, exactly. So yeah, Amber meets Red.
Next time we'll do Fireball whiskey.
Oh, not my favorite. Just give me a big red gum and that's it.
Merle says he doesn't die ever. Rocky drinks like 4 or 5 bangs a week.
Yeah,
a lot of bangs.
That's like 2 days from Merle right there.
That's crazy.
So yeah, Amber meets Red.
Yeah.
He takes her up to her room. He doesn't ask questions. The only question he does actually. What's up? Oh, there.
Rocky says you have to mix Fireball. I've never mixed Fireball with anything ever.
I wouldn't want.
I've only straight drank it.
I wouldn't want to drink it at all.
I mean, I would imagine the cinnamon taste of the whiskey blends well with something.
Yeah, cinnamon toast crunch. I don't know.
No, I mean drink wise. Has to mix with something really well to give it that cinnamon. I wonder what though.
Anyway, so
I gotta look at different mixes for that because that'd be interesting.
So the fourth fucking time, Amber meets Red.
Who?
Amber meets Red.
Oh, Red.
He takes her up to what, like say second, third floor. Says that there's only 2 women at the boarding house.
Well, her and another one.
Yeah, and he's the only male. He says she has a job. You know, does he ask for ID?
No, he asked.
Oh no, where you from?
Where you from? And she goes south.
Far south.
And then he goes, how south? And she was like, not that far.
Mm-hmm.
And he kind of understood the reference at that point. Rocky said, mix it with the prime.
No, Rocky, no.
Have y'all seen a movie called Rabid? It's a horror flick with CM Punk. See, that's the one that I had heard of. I hadn't seen the one of the girl on the third floor one. I had heard of Rabid. I haven't watched it yet, but I know he's been really into doing the horror stuff. I know he's also doing that wrestling show. I forgot what the wrestling show is called, but I know he's doing that. But I know he's really into the horror stuff, and he also writes comics. Like he's written, he's been a part of a couple of comic books as well. But yeah, so he takes her up to the floor, asks for an idea of stuff, and and then says, "Do you work? Do you have a job? Yes. Do you get paid cash only? Yes." And we're like, "Okay, well, month in advance."
Yep.
Which makes sense, you know. Immediately, I was like, "That kind of makes sense, you know. If you're gonna be harboring an illegal, you're gonna have to look away on the fact that they don't have any documentation. Kind of want some, pocket coverage."
Correct. Yeah, he was really being nice about it too, which I feel like he had a good heart. But
I think he had good intentions throughout the whole thing, everything. I mean, without spoiling too much. Really good intentions. I think I felt he had, but stuff.
It's family business,
Family business. Yeah. So, at this point, we start seeing. Still, every night, you see some idea of what's going on in the house without seeing it fully come to be.
Correct.
Right, every night it just keeps on getting stronger and stronger and stronger.
Yeah. You're weeping, you're creaking.
Yeah. Crying, a lot of crying.
Yeah.
The other girl was a girl named Freya.
Freya, yeah, you go.
And she was staying 2 stories below.
Was that 2 stories? That was 1.
No, I think it was 2 because she would look through the floor and would see through another broken floor to see her.
Okay.
Merle said he bought Rabbit for $1 at a pawn shop. Pretty good.
This guy's pawn shops are amazing. He's gotten so many good films.
That's great. That's why we still have to drive up to where Kenneth is at in that area. Because there's one of our friends that lives up north. And there's a lot of thrift stores up there that have a lot of stuff.
You gotta do it on a Sunday.
But so we start seeing all the glimpses of things start to develop little by little. She keeps on working towards trying to earn the money that she needs to be able to get the ID she needs. And the reason she's pushing so hard is like around this time we start trying to see what the concept is of why she needs the ID in such a hurry. And we find out because she has a dinner with an uncle that she has that lives in the same city she's at. And he tells her, like, the job's ready. You just need to be there and just make sure you have your ID.
Yeah.
And that's when we start noticing, okay, so that's what it is. But we still don't know why it needs to be Texas.
From Texas, yeah, exactly.
Right?
Merle's from Texas.
Rocky says he wants to go to way back when.
I think they're actually having an event tomorrow or today.
Yeah. Oh, they got good stuff, man. They have great stuff. They have really, really great stuff. Joey's a really great dude, and he will be super helpful on getting any of the things that you want to pick up out of there. But Yeah, they got a lot of stuff, man. They get a lot of collections, a lot of estate sales that they pick up through a lot of ways. So they always are fully loaded with a little bit of everything. They got from movies to games to antiques, everything.
Yeah.
Good place. Good place.
Items.
Yeah. Things from different wars, World War II and more recent wars. They have from everything. But yeah. So
the dinner with the uncle.
Dinner with the uncle gives us the idea of why she needs the ID, but we still don't need to know why it needs to be Texas. And right after that, we kind of find out.
Correct.
And the reason is because she had actually lied to her uncle, because her uncle was like, I can't help you if you don't have papers. And she was like, yeah, but, my mom had me in Texas. Because she was staying in Texas for a portion of time. But I guess the uncle never knew when she was in Texas and when she went back to Mexico. So he just believed that she was saying the truth when she said she was born in Texas. And unfortunately, that bound her to Texas. So getting an ID from Ohio would be questionable.
Yeah, she lied. Was it some type of application?
Yeah, she had filled out the application. Yeah. And, it was just unfortunate.
So basically, we see her, just listening to her mom's voicemail. Because her mother actually passed away before she actually went to Ohio. She was taking care of her. She was really sick, and she just keeps on replaying this voicemail of her mother saying, "Oh, just what is it? I come back or I miss you or something like that."
Yeah.
So that's her only way of feeling at home.
She replays the message on repeat basically every night just to hear her mother's voice before she goes to sleep.
So it just shows you the real world. You're out there alone. You have nobody.
Yeah.
You just have your dead mother's voicemail there.
Yep, that's pretty much all.
Try to cope.
She had that in a backpack with all her things. Yeah. That's it.
And a coat that
was given down to her from
the uncle's wife. Because Ohio's fucking cold as fuck.
Yeah.
But then she starts
seeing more things.
Yeah, this little firecracker of everything just starts trickling.
Yeah. So around here we got one of my favorite scenes probably, which was well, actually no. First of all, before we get to that scene, she sees a door that's leading to the basement, and hears sounds from it, and then it's a classic. Seeing scratches, seeing things, whatever.
Yeah, because this door is metallic. It has a bunch of padlocks.
Was it metallic?
I think it was, yeah. And then on the border, you can see scratches like nails. Somebody trying to escape type ish. Yeah, go ahead.
Gets kind of caught on there, but then she kind of sees a study, right? And in the study, sees weapons and things that looked, different than the rest of the house. So. She glimpsed in. Red is hey, that's private. Can't go in there. Basement's private too.
The basement's private. The study's private.
Yeah. So, obviously that leaves everything up for curiosity. And eventually, she's able to sneak into that room, into that study.
Because I think she was walking by and we heard a creak.
Yeah. It invited her into it.
Eventually the door opened, yeah.
Yeah, that was an invitation to the fucking room. So she goes in there, and then this is where we start getting more of an idea of the stone box. And then we get to why the statues are here. So the site where they were digging through had a Mayan Aztec vibe to it. They didn't specify anything. But, when you look at those kind of temples, you've seen enough temples through, watching the History Channel or whatever to see kind of a reference, and you notice the carvings, and you're like, okay, that's not Egyptian because it's not hieroglyphics. So, most of the time when it's not hieroglyphics and Egyptian, it's usually going to be Mayan or Aztec. So, hence the reference to why we have these statues here. the stone box is when we first see it here, in a picture that wasn't like us seeing it in glimpses through the movie, because we keep seeing glimpses of it in the movie, but never fully get it. And we start seeing that there's a couple, an older couple, holding the box in, I forgot what year it was. It was like 1519 or something like that, or 1619.
Well, the weapon that we later we'll talk about is from 1519. But no, because it was Red's parents, so that far off. Yeah, it was Mary and Arthur who found the box. They took a picture with it, and I believe I was reading. I don't know if I caught it while watching this film. There was a body with a decapitated head nearby, next to the box. So that was interesting.
In the picture?
And there was a picture, yeah. So that was interesting. I read up on it.
I didn't see that.
I didn't catch it. So yeah, Mary, she picks up that picture with Amber picks up the picture with Mary and Arthur. And then she hears a bang or a noise. She drops the frame. And that's when she first sees the demon, right? Or the ghost or whatnot.
And she sees
Mary. There you go. I'm sorry. She sees Mary with the glowing eyes. No?
I can't.
We're trying to see if we're trying to.
Oh, 1959.
1959. Okay.
Yeah, 1959. But yeah, she sees Arthur and Mary in the picture. Then we see, Then fast forward through all of that. That's when we get the scene that I really enjoyed the way the scene worked out, which was, and I guess we have to find out who that other girl was that she kept on calling out to Mary and saying, "Mary, please don't. Mary, please don't." Because first, Amber sees wet footprints again, right? This is what we see.
Well, she hears the weeping.
Yeah.
Her door's open, and she sees
She sees the girl.
She sees the girl from the other room across.
And then no girl.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you see the wet footprints go ba 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 ba. Goes into her room, passes right by her, and is crying right next to her. But she doesn't see it at this point. But she hears, "Mary, please don't. Mary, please don't." And then she looks to the door, and there we see Mary.
Yeah.
Glowing eyes. And Mary says, "You must. Arthur needs us to, or something. I need to prepare you for Arthur." Still don't understand what's going on, right? At this point, we still have no idea what's going on. But we see what begins to be almost like an all-out battle, right, between these two spirits, right? And it's almost like it's recreating something from the past that now Amber is witnessing again, almost like if the house has its own flashback scenes happening throughout the day.
She realizes how
often we hear the crying.
Not only that, but
everything.
Sees why the bed is a certain way.
Yeah.
Why things are broken. It's that he was saying it's reliving.
That it's almost it's almost like the house is reliving it all. Mm-hmm. So the way that I love that they did this, and much credit to the crew that put this movie together, because this scene right now starts going in lightning flashes.
Yeah, just sparks.
Right? Well, we'll see a quick lightning, and you see a quick grab of the hair or whatever, and then flashes back out, and you see things falling all over the place. It flashes back in, and they're pulling her out of the house or out of the room, and it just keeps on going in glimpses, doom, doom, doom. But things are every time you don't see them, it's an hour and a half, man. It's not even that long. Mm-hmm. It was really good. It was fun. It was a really fun movie.
Yeah, I think you would like this. It didn't feel short. It didn't feel too long. It was just right.
Yeah, it was a good length of a movie. But the scene was really well done for me. It was captivating, and immediately I was telling me, "Oh my god, this shit looks fucking great." And then all of a sudden the crying is happening downstairs, right by that basement door. So Amber keeps following because she's a ballsy ass woman, which did things that I would never do.
Right.
So she followed the noise all the way downstairs.
It's a little hallway.
Yeah, a little alley hallway in the fucking house, and she's right next to the door at the end of the hall. Mm-hmm. Sitting on her ass with knees up, crying, and saying again, "Mary, please don't. Mary, please don't."
Yeah, if you see, it kind of reminded me of like La Llorona, the
Yeah.
I think it was a Left 4 Dead, like the crying woman, the crying witch.
Yeah.
And she's just like all banged up, just crying, like cradling and stuff, saying, Mary, don't.
Yeah. And then Mary pops up behind Amber once again.
Yeah, the closer she got to the weeping lady,
yeah,
Mary's just closer and closer.
Yeah. And then this was really well done too. This scene right here, which is the door opens, and once the door opens, they did the whole pull and drag, but it was so well done, man.
Yeah.
That shit looked.
I jumped a little bit.
Yeah, the way they did it was really well done. Yeah, so that was like that the way that scene, all of it went through. Like I would watch this movie again right now just to watch that scene again because they did it so well. How it transitioned from the upstairs flashes, doom, downstairs, doom, then nothing, and then all of a sudden crying downstairs, and then follow. Like the whole process of that scene,
it fucks with you because you're like all hyped up.
Yeah. It has
nothing's happening, and then you're all quiet.
Yeah.
And you're waiting for that jump scare, and boom, and it gets you.
Yeah. You're waiting for when it's gonna happen, where it's gonna happen, and they catch you. So that was really fun. And at this point, Amber wants out. She wants out of that house. She witnessed it at this point. It's not even like, an idea of seeing the flickers and then not really seeing it or any of that stuff. This time she really saw the shit. Full on, in her face, no doubt about it.
Yeah, because she was kind of stained because she had nowhere else to go. The Red was keeping her, promising her to get her deposit back, all this stuff, I'll get it, I'll give it to you tomorrow, etc.
Yeah. She tried calling her uncle to pick her up, but the uncle's out of town.
Yeah.
But she kind of gives away the vibe that she's in trouble.
Yeah, it actually provides an address.
Yeah, enough to provide the address. Yeah. So, she leaves. She actually leaves the house. And she tries to find other places. No one will take her. She has no money to pay for, overnight in a motel.
Yeah, she had, like $12. I think all she got was, coffee.
Yeah.
Probably something to eat. Who knows?
Yeah, I think it was just coffee. I don't think she had anything to eat. I think it was just coffee because she just had the cup of coffee and she just kept on saying, "Can I have another one?"
Oh yeah, the diner.
Yeah. But yeah, so she couldn't find a place to stay, and it was at this point where you're just realizing, and I tell him because so going back to Kinsey, right? So Kinsey, who was supposed to help her get the ID, offered to help her get the rest of the money she needed. So.
Yeah, the $3,000 she needed for the Texas ID.
Well, she had most of it, but needed the difference, and Kinsey offered to provide the difference. And then this is the unfortunate part. This is where, trusting in someone can be careless at times, and it was evident here for Amber. She trusted Kinsey and gave her all the money she had. Saved up for the documents, and Kinsey pulled the
next day
the runner
couldn't be found.
She quit her job, which is crazy to consider. Maybe she quit her job over $2,000.
Right.
I mean, is that enough to quit a job?
Maybe she does that. She bounces around, tries to help some. Oh shit!
I mean, she has said she had been in that.
Forgot about it.
A
little gift.
The hot meat sticks. Never go wrong with a hot meat stick.
Let me see. They fucking cheat me out here. Look at that part's missing right here. Hijos de madre.
Really? Is it that much smaller? Oh yeah, holy shit. Oh wait,
That's all people.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
That's not open, right?
No.
Oh, okay.
Of course. But, yeah.
Rocky said he'll fight over $2,000. That's the thing. She had no way to locate her. She kept on trying to call her phone. Couldn't call her phone. She tried begging the employer to provide her address. The address, and he wouldn't give it up, and then ended up firing her because she kept on insisting.
He's like, "You're not worth it. You're fired."
Yeah.
Salud.
These were hot last time, weren't they? Oh, you found it hot. Hot chili pepper. But,
yeah, she's at the diner drinking her coffee, and
now, obviously broke because she gave all her money to Kinsey.
mm-hmm.
And, she ends up calling Red again. And, saying basically, like, where she was, I guess, right?
Correct, yeah. Pick her up. Because she was, like, across town and shit.
That shit was hot when swallowed. Nice.
Hmm.
Oh, yeah. And just the spice.
So, yeah, Red takes her
Rocky
back.
said he almost choked on the shit when he tried it.
Oh, yeah, I should have tried this, bro. Should have recorded it, man. Put
That's
you
good
in
spice to it.
America's Funniest Home Video. We're one that was $2,000. But yeah, Red takes her back
Well,
to get her deposit, right?
well, the way it happened was, like, she was like, can I have my money? He was like, oh, I don't have it here. I left it at the house.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, can you bring it here? He's like, you want me to drive all the way back to the house and then drive all the way back here with your money? No, just come with me. We'll go to the house.
Mm-hmm.
I left it in your room. Which spelled like you're fucked.
Some deceit.
I'm the only person you have to reach out to.
Mm-hmm.
You're absolutely fucked.
That was good. And I was hungry as fuck. Oh, that's bite.
But
she runs to her room,
yep.
searches for everywhere, under the bed, under the covers.
Money is nowhere to be found.
Now comes Red with a bottle of wine.
Mm-hmm.
Probably half shit-faced.
Mm-hmm.
What does he tell her again?
He starts saying about his brother and how he takes care of him. He goes, but me and Becker had a disagreement on your refund.
Yeah.
And he goes, and he needs you.
Mm-hmm.
And then she tries to get away. And
Yeah,
he
she
keeps on
starts-
stopping her.
She starts seeing, actually getting the truth told to her. What's gonna happen? What's been happening?
Oh, Rocky said he had some chocolate cake after work.
With Taki? Oh, I thought he said.
No, not with Taki, just now.
Prime. It helps with spice. Whew.
Is Prime better than milk for when you eat something spicy?
Yeah.
It's actually pretty good. Actually helps. But, yeah, so Red doesn't let her leave the room at all. And just keeps saying, he needs you now.
Yeah, he was like, oh, I really wanted to help you. Just know that part was true.
Oh, and he says, I wish you would have never called. In other words, like, kind of referencing, like, if you just would have stayed away,
Yeah.
you would have gotten away.
Bring on your money and your...
But, we see, at this point, full-on Becker.
Yeah,
Like,
so
'cause we got a glimpse from him before.
So Becker, we didn't introduce Becker. Becker is Red's brother, older brother, I believe, I assume. Because Red was saying that he took care of him when the parents died. But yeah, Becker's is, what would you say, 6'5", 6'7"?
Big dude.
Big, bald, bearded guy.
Super yoked.
Yoked.
I tell you what.
Yeah, he comes in, ain't fucking around. And yeah, tells Red to prepare her and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, no. Says to open up your mouth.
Forces her mouth open.
You know,
And
you gotta love it when people tell you to open up your mouth when you don't want to.
Right?
It just shoves that fucking wine bottle or whatever.
Yeah, makes her drink wine forcefully.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if there was a purpose for that.
Which I assumed that was gonna be like she was gonna hallucinate or see something.
Yeah, there was
But
nothing.
there was no. It was just regular.
I mean, I wonder if the body just needs to contain that for...
Hmm.
Anyway, so Becker does all that. They lock her in a room.
Yeah, Petra and the other girl and start knocking.
Yeah, yeah. Because there was other tenants that showed up. I don't want to spoil too much with all the other ones because I want people to watch this. But there are other tenants that show up and play their part. And then you kind of get an idea of the other tenants, you know, and why they're there and all that kind of stuff. But at this stage, the uncle shows up at the house, and
Uncle Beto.
yeah, Beto shows up at the house to try and help.
Which
recognize that she's even there.
Yeah, because the uncle sees some type of belonging of hers is
The coat.
Yeah, it's laying around the
coat
house
that his wife gave her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then she breaks the glass, calls him out.
Yeah. Like, Theo, I'm here.
Yeah. He gets inside the house, and then Becker gets a hold of him and fucks him up. Mm-hmm. That was pretty bad.
And it was no contest, you know.
No.
Like 6'5", 6'7", going on like what 5'2", 5'3", Mexican.
Yeah.
Oh man, but yeah, after that, she gets prepared by Red.
And this is when we start seeing the reality of what the box is.
And what's going inside the boarding house and the basement.
Yep.
Which I don't know. Like that part I don't want to give out. Because what happens in the basement.
Yeah. Let's just put it like this.
Your head might roll.
Let's just put it like this. The last, that was what, probably the last 10, 15 minutes of the movie?
I'd say 20, but yeah, it's 15 minutes, yeah.
Are fucking spectacular. I guess I will reference that there is a form of a creature without specifying on its introduction or anything like that. But the creature, man.
Yeah, it gave me like I told Randall, it gave me Silent Hill vibes. What else was it?
It was a lot of dude. It was a combo of so much,
like
man.
Guillermo del Toro. Fucking not mentality.
Yeah, man. They really went above and beyond.
Like the mind of Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah, man. It was really well fucking done.
It's a creature out of your fucking nightmares. Man.
Yeah. You see that thing, you're not having a great night. That it was captivating to look at, but creepy as fuck to look at too. They did a really good job at the creation of the creature. It was CGI, right? It was CGI, but still, even with that, it was so really well done and crafted. Just the details they put into it.
Probably a few seconds. It was like puppetry, but like very small glimpse of it. Because of course, you have to build the mold, the puppetry and whatnot, and then
yeah. But those last 15 minutes of the movie absolutely make it like fucking worth it to enjoy the whole movie, because it culminates everything and makes everything kind of tie in a way, and you still left confused because things happen through all of this, and you're just like, yo, what the fuck just happened? What is this? And there's things that happen in those moments in time that make you believe one thing to realize that it wasn't that at all. And then it all just ties together. And then the ending, just fucking forget it. The way it ends was fucking perfect for me.
Yeah, that took me by surprise. And it also leaves you a little cliffhanger, at least. It's just going to go this route, it's going to go this one. Or,
yeah. Yeah, it definitely leaves the door open, or it can stay right there.
Yeah.
Like, either way, you already know what the fuck at the end, but it leaves the door open for continuation if they wanted to do something, but it's not even necessary. But the ending of it was just fucking perfect. But, man, those last few, it's probably like about 20 minutes now that I think about it too. Those last 20 minutes are just fucking insane. one of the things that does get presented to us through this was a weapon called the Makahutui. Was it? Makahutui.
Let's find out again.
Are you going to play the whole video? Makahutui, I think it was.
Just bear with us.
Makahui. Makwahui.
We are looking at how to pronounce the name of this ancient Aztec weapon. A wooden club with several embedded obsidian blades.
There you go.
How do you go about pronouncing this word? Makwahuitl.
Makwahitu.
Makwahuitl.
There you go. Makwahitu, which was this impressive, beautiful Aztec weapon. And this was something I recognized that was a weapon right off the back. Because Mac was like, oh, is it like a club or something like that?
Yeah,
I'm like, no, that thing has blades.
You kind of, let's say, like, if you're not looking it up right now, Googling, it's like a cricket bat.
Yeah.
But
with obsidian stones that are shaved down to a blade, all surrounding it. And this was something often used by indigenous people and the Aztecs and stuff like that. That was basically the first creation of knives, was obsidian stone, because it's one of the, like, once it's sharpened, it's basically like one of the sharpest items
sharper
ever.
than steel, yeah.
Yeah, it's insane the damage that can be done with obsidian. So I've watched enough like documentaries and history programs to recognize that right off the back. So as soon as I saw the stones, I'm like, I already knew what it was to that degree. I didn't know the name of the weapon, but I knew that the concept was that the obsidian was the weapon.
This is the weapon of choice in battle.
Yeah, from the era of the 1500s where the blade was originally from, right? It was the frame said 1519. Yeah.
There you go.
That's the one that did say 1519.
And what's the name of the creature again? If you want to look that up, it's Papalot.
It's Papalot. Yeah.
It's Papalot. Basically, it means cloud butterfly. Or was it a obsidian butterfly? Again, the word obsidian.
Yeah.
If you look it up, like I said, you'll see an idea of what it, might have looked like. But they in the movie,
in their interpretation, but they changed a lot in the movie about the creature's features and the way it acts,
in the way it kills. Yeah. Everything
is different. So us telling you that doesn't really give you much of a hint at all of what you see in the movie.
Exactly. Which originally the way it kills seems much gruesome to me, which I would love to see it. But, they all make changes in movies for, their own accord.
But I think this one, I get what you're saying too. But man, this one was pretty bad.
Oh, this was awesome.
This was pretty bad. Going back to the design of the creature without spoiling what it does. But the design of the creature and how when you see its mouth.
Yeah.
Its actual mouth. Whew.
Yeah, I didn't
that thing was...
I didn't think it had a mouth until it showed it.
Yeah, that thing was... Whoa. Freaky as fuck. That's what that was. That was freaky as fuck. But yeah, ultimately, man, the movie was fucking really well done. It never left you kind of bored. It never left too much silence. It always had something kind of going on.
There wasn't like the girls battling for their lives or something. It was something supernatural. It wasn't supernatural. It was her trying to find her way in the American dream, I guess you could say. So it had always something, like Randall was saying.
Yeah, it kept the story moving. It was always an active movie. Not too many stale or still moments in the movie itself.
I wouldn't say cliche either. Nothing like.
No. We've seen plenty of illegal immigrant kind of storylines before. They kind of took a different route with this one than what we're used to seeing all the time. So, it kind of gave you an idea of reality too with it. Like we were saying, a lot of realism to how they handled it. Not everyone gets it easy when they're here as an illegal immigrant. Most of the time it's not easy at all.
And some get led to the wrong path, and
Yeah. You know, and we know that's a hot button, that's a hot topic, and all that. We're not going to get into the politics of it, but in general, it's just a reality of the nature of the beast, which is like, you know, anybody who comes here without documentation is going to have a really tough time. Regardless of how you look at it, it's not easy to live the life of an illegal immigrant, regardless, whether you approve or disapprove. But it really just gave such a suspenseful vibe through the movie. It kept you on your toes for most of the time. It kept you wondering what's going to happen. It kept you curious and looking at every reflection, because they kind of tied in reflections a lot with every time you would see glowing eyes, right? So it kind of kept that alive throughout the whole time. So every single time you see a mirror, you're just like, fuck, you're looking for something everywhere, you know? And to the point that Mac was like, shit, was that eyes? And I had to rewind, and it wasn't eyes. It was just a reflective, like, door hinge that had, like, two little spots that looked like eyes. But it just kept happening, you know? You're just always, like, on the lookout throughout the movie, and that was another plus to this movie. It just kept you on the edge, wanting to see where there's going to be something else, where they might sneak on you.
Not only that, too, the actors and actresses did a great job. The acting was great.
Yeah,
it was on par with, I guess, this type of film. You know, a straight to Netflix film. And I think it's like a first feature too, from Jack Roker, I believe so. And yeah, Amber was Christina Rodlow. She was a great protagonist. You know.
Yeah, she played her role really, really well. The ending culminates perfectly for her. I thought it was just on point. So the movie originally released in September of last year. The production company was Imaginarium. Like we said, it was a Netflix film, so it released on Netflix. It does have part Spanish, Portuguese, and mostly English, but it does have part Spanish, part Portuguese, part Romanian. Yeah, there's, and then the incantations of Aztec.
Correct.
So it does bring in a lot of language into it, but has received a 67% based rating on Rotten Tomatoes. Metacritic gave it a 43 out of 100, based on 5 critics, and these are the critics. These aren't audience, which critics can be tougher on some of these movies than, you know, people who just generally enjoy movies as regular audiences, not as being as picky or detailed as some of these critics try to be over small things.
IMDb has it a 5.3 out of 10.
Yeah.
Which for me, anything of 5 over, you know, piques my interest in, like, you know, so.
Yeah. But all in all, man, yeah, everyone knocked it out the park. The storyline alone knocked it out the park. It was something different to me.
Yeah.
Just with heavy references to a lot of other things, but without making it like the direct concept, you know. There was a moment where it gave us kind of a Texas Chainsaw or Saw vibe with a door closed, and that was really well done. How they did it. It was a lot. I don't know if those were ever homages, but it gave that vibe, you know. And there was a lot of like little tidbits that gave vibes of different things, of different movies we've seen before. Without consuming that or absorbing that concept and making it the movie. You know, they made their own thing using that kind of idea. That's what it felt like.
No, correct. And I believe this is the most modern film we're reviewing. I believe so.
Well, this one was 2021. I gotta look at the list.
They usually like.
Yeah, I mean, most of the time we've done older movies or 80s movies, but...
So it was nice to do, a movie from last year. It was a great choice.
Yeah, I think this is the more recent. December was 2019.
We got Antlers.
Oh, Antlers was last year too, but that one I think was before
Yeah.
this one too. So Antlers in December, which was 2019, and again another shout out to Steve who jumped in on the live real quick and hung out for a bit. This is definitely rated R. There's no way this is not rated R, because holy fuck.
There's
there's an intense scene.
There's a scene here that we were both like, holy shit, they're actually showing that.
Yeah, and they went heavy on showing, and then showed the aftermath, and that was even more, So there's no way this is not rated R. Let me confirm the rating, but there's no way I don't believe this is not rated R.
Yeah, it's rated R, dude.
Yeah, rated R.
It's 125 minutes. Well, 120. I'm sorry, an hour and 25 minutes long.
Yeah.
So there's no nudity or sex, violence severe, profanity mild, alcohol, drugs, and smoking mild, frightening and intense scene severe.
Yeah, and gore. There is a bit of gore into that. Yeah, man. This to me was an extremely entertaining movie.
Which definitely, I think Randall's he looking into the Audible. What is it, Audible?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna find out. Yeah, for the books. I don't know if because all the books that Adam Neville has written, they were mentioning in some of the trivia things that you found that they reference a lot of things from other books, and that was what I was gonna point out. So Adam Neville, when she's in the study and she's digging through everything and she's moving the books that say rituals and stuff like that, one of the books I even pointed out was like, oh, Banquet for the Damned.
Yeah.
That's actually one of his books.
Oh, I see here, Banquet of the Damned.
Yeah. That's actually one of his books. That was actually his first book, called Banquet of the Damned, released in 2004. Then he did Apartment 16. Then he did The Ritual, which became its own movie. And then he did Last Days, House of Small Shadows. Then did No One Gets Out Alive in 2014. Another book that came after that called Lost Girl. Another one called Under a Watchful Eye in 2017. And in 2019, he did The Reddening. And the last book he wrote is one called Cunning Folk. Cunning Folk. That was a most recent book that he's written. There isn't any much information on that one yet. Like, at least to find. Right off the bat, usually, on Wikipedia, you can find everything. But, and he has short stories. He's done a lot of work writing, but it seems like a lot of his books carry heavy enough of a plot and story that can be translated to film very well. Because you telling me The Ritual was as good as it is.
This is 2 for 2 so far. So
yeah, so I wouldn't be surprised if there may be more of his novels laying in that realm. But yeah, so
stay with us for a rating review. So Randall,
yeah,
you're in Amber situation. You're an illegal immigrant. You find this flyers for this boarding house.
Yep.
Let's take away the whole it's only women or only men. It's just a boarding house.
Was there some nips in this film? No. There was no... The closest we got to anything that referenced like nudity at any point was Amber in the shower.
Yeah, but it's only
you only see shoulder high, and then
her legs.
Yeah, her legs, and then some of the side, but never any like side boob or any of that kind of stuff. So no, no direct nudity in this one at all. But obviously, honestly, I just don't. I don't think even having that would have.
It wouldn't. To me, it wouldn't have fit in a movie like those.
Yeah. That would have been the only scene, but that would have been if just they wanted to do a little extra.
No, exactly.
And it just but no hairy legs in this case.
No hairy bush nuns.
No.
But yeah, back to the question. You're in Amber situation. what the fuck do? You start experiencing all these noises, start seeing all this shit.
I mean, I definitely wouldn't be following fucking ghost trails all the way downstairs to that damn basement door.
Illegal private investigator.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't think. I think my ass would have bought a ticket for like a bus instead of buying 5 coffees.
And literally gone to Texas.
Yeah, I probably would have done something like that. You know, it's just that seeing that one moment, right? Oh, Rocky, yeah, we've answered this question before, actually. But yeah, we'll cover it right now. Man, it just no. I would have been gone.
Yeah, fuck the deposit money. Fuck all
Yeah,
that.
I wouldn't have cared about the deposit. I just would have been gone.
Find another different route. Struggle a little bit, but
Yep. It'll be tough. It'll be a tough goal. But yeah, after experiencing that one moment in the room, nope. I'm done, buddy.
yeah, exactly. So Rocky, back to your question.
No, answer your side first, and then we'll get to that.
Oh hell no! After the first experience or any little weird shit, my ass would have been gone. You know, yeah, I'll miss the chance of staying in a room, you know, warmth and all that, but I'll be away from everything.
See, but that's where you get stuck, Rocky, because you go back for that deposit, and then they trap you.
And you won't get out alive.
You won't get out of life. Hence the title.
But yeah, back to so
it was almost like because he kept on baiting her with the money. He's like, "Oh no, I got you. Don't worry about it. Come back in here."
And again, she needed money for her ID, so that was her.
Yeah. Well, at that point, she just wanted money to not be able
true.
not have to live there. She wanted the money to rent somewhere else. But yeah, that's
So yeah, you see why we answered that way, Rocky. Like, fuck that, we'll get out of there.
yeah. Once you watch the movie, you'll understand why. At the end, you would have been like, you know what? Yeah, I would have done without the deposit.
This wasn't worth. But yeah, I've had my fair share of supernatural experiences. And Randall has too.
Yeah, I've talked about it before here. My experience was actually in Colombia. Yeah, that was one of those weird things. It was a small girl in a mirror.
Shit.
And turned around, and the clothes did not look like
modern at the time.
No.
They looked ancient, not ancient, but
yeah. But the part
older.
was that the only thing I saw was waist up.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of her was not there. Pretty much. So that was it. And then I've talked about things like the random moments where I just get like a scent in the air near my bed, which is exactly the scent that Matrix would carry. And those are the ones that throw me off. It's almost like every now and then he pops up. He's like, I'm still here, fucker. Like, alright. So those still happen. So Rocky puts, I think a ghost sat next to me in my bed, but I'm not sure because my bed was old. All I know was I heard a fucking creak and my heartbeat went up. Yeah, that would be one of those,
Rocky, I feel you. I've felt that I'm laying down, sleeping. I'm like half asleep, and I feel the edge of my bed just,
Yeah.
go down. And it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Or the whole pulling of the leg, pulling of your blanket.
Yeah, I've never experienced those.
I've had those. For me, the most
Vivid,
yeah, I guess you could say, and somebody witnessed it with me. It was back in like 2008, 2009. I went to Melbourne, Florida, to visit a friend that bought a house. We had like a little party. We were just talking, and he had a sliding glass door that led to the outside. And we were just chilling. We were just looking at it at the door, looking at each other, back and forth, just shooting shit. And all of a sudden, we just see an infant's hands on the glass. and we see the head only, and it just goes like this, like, and we just stared at each other and we're like, "Yo, did you see what I saw?" And then the other was like, "Oh, did you see what I saw?" And nobody else believed us, of course, and I'm sure. Oh, he still remembers that to this day. But yeah, I was freaked because I was sober as fuck. You know, people were like, "Oh, you were drinking or you were doing this." No, I was sober as hell, and it's just like, holy fuck! And it's the first time that somebody witnessed it besides myself, so that was crazy.
Yeah.
So I could just imagine like the fuck happened to that baby, like it's still like wandering around, tetas. Like, I don't know.
Oh man.
Seeing the black shadows, those are scary as fuck. Yeah, my family's witnessed shit from Colombia too. My mom's had encounters with witches. Those are scary stories she tells me. If they attacked her and shit, but yeah, that's for another day.
There's been a few. There's been a few, but for me, that's why like the most vivid one and the one that stays embedded in my brain is that one in Colombia for me. That's the one that will never erase until maybe I'm like fucking old and senile. But at the moment, yeah, that does not escape my brain at all.
Maybe you'll see her. You're old as fuck. Her bottom half will appear.
Yeah. Yeah, man. But there's definitely been experiences, and it's one of those curiosities. I mean, it's always better when two people see it because it makes it more possible.
Yeah, it's not your
like
figment of your imagination.
Personally, I do believe that that exists, but there's always like the possibility that it's something activating your brain that causes the illusion to happen, because your brain can be funny like that, same way like when you enhance it with some kind of drug and you start seeing things that aren't there, or hearing things that aren't there or whatever. So it can definitely be something brain related, or it can be a shared experience like what you had, where you actually see something and more than one person sees it, which makes it more on point with believable. And that's always the fun part, and we don't know what it is. We don't know if it's real or not, but
yeah, exactly.
At the end of the day, we believe in it.
Or is this shit from Ghostbusters?
What?
Their phrase.
Oh, I forgot.
Fuck, it's like, oh, you believe, we believe. Fuck, I fucked it up.
I don't remember.
Ghostbusters quotes, I guess. I don't know.
We're ready to believe you.
Yeah, we're ready to believe you.
Yeah. Yeah, we're ready to believe you.
But yeah, there's people there that don't believe or never had experience, and that's fine too.
Yeah. They listen, to each their own,
It's just I know at that moment.
Oh, here we go.
What's up?
I think I saw like a Venom type of thing one time when I was a kid in Sweetwater, and that shit jumped on the police antenna. That's freaky shit.
Yeah.
That sounds like something different. That doesn't sound like
Rocky. You mean like the Sweetwater Elementary where we went to, or just the Sweetwater area where I live?
That sounds more extraterrestrial than supernatural.
Yeah. Yeah, Rocky, sure you didn't get probed, bro? No, I'm playing. Fucking Cartman.
And Dan didn't get an anal probe.
Whoa, visitors, dude.
Oh man. All right, so let's culminate this. Where do you place this movie rating wise?
In the sphincter, no. I'd say a good 7.5 out of 10.
Okay.
Even though I enjoyed it, I still wanted more of that gore.
Yeah.
That they gave us for one of the final scenes.
Yeah, one of those fun little glimpses.
I want to see more of the monster, the creature, whatnot you want to call it.
Yeah.
Because that shit was just phenomenal. I've never seen something like that before.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit more of the backstory of that creature.
I mean, a good prequel of this would be great too.
I mean, even though you look up the actual, history of the it's Papalo, whatever.
Yeah, but maybe if like Adam Neville creates like a prequel style to this would be great too. To give his interpretation of backstory to the story that he created.
No, exactly.
But
7.5.
The Sweetwater area, that shit jumped far as fuck on the police station, onto the big ass antenna. I used to live 2 blocks away from the police station.
On 109, and I think it was on 109. If that's the police station you're talking about. But yeah, 7.5 for me. What about you?
I think I go the 0.5 above, and I go 8. I think same thing. Like, I think I would have liked to see a little bit more of the gore and maybe seen more of what happened to some of the other people.
True.
Like, if it would have been flashbacks or something of the other people, like, maybe if we would have had more of those flashbacks. Like, we got that one scene, but maybe that would have been too much. I don't know. The movie felt like everything was structured perfectly. But, you always kind of wanted a little bit more in certain areas. Definitely more of the creature would have been nice. But maybe it was low budget. We don't know what the budget was, but it was considered low budget. So maybe that stalls to how much they can do with creature. Because, CGI is apparently, like, really fucking expensive. Yep. So, that might have been a reason why we didn't get more of it. But... who knows if the attention this movie got was enough to merit a follow-up to maybe getting more of that, because maybe we can get an idea of how even that creature was created or some shit, That'd be great if we get that. More significance to the chanting, maybe we get a prequel all the way back to the Aztec point. That'd be dope.
Or how I got into the box or whatnot.
Yeah, all of that. But, I think I give it a solid 8 on my end, just because of that. But I thoroughly enjoyed the movie. It's one of those that I wouldn't mind if they actually has its own, like, Blu-ray or DVD style. I wouldn't mind owning it because I think it merits that kind of attention. Like, it is one of those that would be dope to have in a collection.
No, and that poster I saw.
Yeah, the poster was fucking amazing.
With Amber, her neck, yeah.
Yeah. The poster on this one is really good. The cinematography in the movie itself is really good. All around, man. All around, they did a really good job with putting this one together. Credit to Adam Neville for creating such a incredible story that allowed for the team that put this movie together to put together something like this, because they did a good job. They did a really good job, and considering it was low budget, straight to Netflix, and not one that Netflix backed as a big budget, because they put their big budget into the Ryan Reynolds movies and the Dwayne Johnson movies and stuff like that, which honestly, like, I've enjoyed those too. I mean, Netflix is putting out quality original product. Yeah, like, they're finding really good creators, man.
I might even get back into Netflix. I haven't had it in a while.
Yeah, they're really supporting a lot of great creators. I know obviously they had their controversies recently with the Dave Chappelle stuff, but man, they are really, and they're touching a lot on the horror stuff. They're really reaching into that horror bag really well. I think seeing the success of things like The Haunting of Hill House and the follow up, I can't remember, it was Briar. I think it was Briar.
But I scrolling through the horror section from the last.
Bly Manor, Haunting of Bly Manor. Those were really successful for them. So they've had a lot of success with horror the last couple of years, and it seems like they're backing that horse really well.
Yeah, they've bumped up their horse selections a lot of different options.
Yeah.
Before it was just a bunch of just nonsense. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna check
All
Netflix
3 Creeps.
out. What's that?
All 3 Creeps.
Oh, the movie Creep. One was enough for you to say no to the other two. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
But I think that'll do it. Oh, and see, besides Netflix, that's the only way they can watch this, right?
Yeah, Netflix is the only place this is available. Or I guess you can... Oh, no, this is not... This is not that. Hold on. Yeah, I'm pretty sure... Yeah, this is only Netflix. This one's only Netflix. The trailer is on YouTube, but that's the only way you can watch it is on Netflix. It doesn't even have an option to even buy it. To buy like the DVD or anything like that. So maybe they haven't even done that since it's only been like a year. Not even a year yet. Alright, so with that we close this one out. Thank you everyone who hung around. Thank you everyone who jumped in, even if you didn't stay till the end. Tell you what happened to the third member of your team, or was she a special guest? Oh yeah, Ellie.
Oh, Elizabeth, yeah.
Yeah, she was a guest. She's planning on coming back again. We wanted to do more movies with her. We want to do more movies with Angel. I want to do a solid movie with Mike.
Oh yeah, telling him.
Not one that was like absolutely terrible because we completely ruined him with watching Santa Claus.
God, that Mexican movie. But yeah, he's been down. He's been down, but he just doesn't win.
Yeah. I mean, we always have guests. The main host is me and Mac, and then we bring people to jump on and join us on a couple of things. But yeah, Ellie is one that we definitely want to have back. She is fantastic. And then Angel for sure. There's a few other people I've talked about wanting to join us too. So, that'll be something that we'll want to do at some point as well.
Yeah, we have a few people too that can't personally join us physically because they're in different states. So we're going to try to find that out.
Yeah, we figured out a way to make that work. The way we're set up for this doesn't allow us to do like a dual thing right now. But eventually we're gonna get there, and once we get there, we can make that happen even more. It'll probably be more when we get closer to the Twitch stuff, because that's gonna be a different setup than what this is now. Yeah, but that's the thing, Rocky. It's about the way we're set up, because we are set up with a microphone that completely eliminates us being able to hear anything. So if anybody jumps on the stream and tries to talk to us, we are not going to hear them. Yeah,
we tried my AirPods. It didn't work out.
Yeah. So it's about finding out a way to do this where the way everything is set up allows us to also include that. But yeah, this little microphone buddy right here that you see right down the middle, that blocks out us being able to hear anything that anybody would be saying to us, and it would also cause a delay and an interference. Because I did try it, and yeah, it does not work well. But yeah, with that we'll close this out. Appreciate it. Thank you, Rocky, for hanging out the whole time. Hope you get to watch the movie and enjoy it.
Enjoy that long sleep, bro. I'm sure gonna do it when I get home.
But with that, we'll head out of here. Thank you again. We'll be back soon. We have a few more movies that we do want to get out. We have watched a couple of ones that we need to touch on, because we watched the Trauma movie we never touched on.
Something Firmer?
Well, I don't think we remember much of the last movie we just watched, because...
the one with the devil. With the demon?
Yeah.
It shows up on the screen.
Yeah, because we watched it recently, but... the one with the man, the blacksmith.
Yeah, that's the one
with
the
blacksmith.
Demon. Yeah, it's called basically Blacksmith, but in I forgot what language.
Yeah.
That one was pretty good. It's on Netflix.
Yeah, we still have to... Well, that's not it. Is that it? That might be it. Yeah. Elementary.
There we go.
Yeah. Elementary, which was really a decent movie, man. So we want to talk over those. The Trauma one, we wanted to watch the second DVD documentary based on the movie so we can go over the whole entire thing. But
that was a fucking fun ride.
Yeah, that was all over the place. But it was a trauma movie, so yeah. But yeah, there's a couple of things that we still need to do our reviews on that we've watched.
Yeah.
But timing hasn't been on our side to do the review after the watch. But we want to make sure that we are on par to doing it when everything's well and good. But yeah, there's a lot of other movies that we have online to watch, and other movies that I recently acquired that I need to...
Still waiting on that, yeah.
Yeah, to get those so we can go ahead and run through that, because I picked up quite a few.
Oh, we watched Dead and Breakfast, so we haven't reviewed that.
Oh, we didn't do that one. Oh, fuck, that was
Because we were super tired, yeah.
Yeah, that one was really, really good.
Yeah, Dead and Breakfast. Which
yeah, but by the time we started watching it, and by the time it ended, it was way too late.
And then we tried watching it again for a second time. We went halfway, and
yeah, it was enough for us to start watching it again. But yeah, it was
that good. It was that fun.
Yeah, Dead and Breakfast was fucking great. Fucking great. But yeah, that's right. I forgot about we did that too. But anyway, thank you everyone for jumping on. Thank you everyone for hanging out. We appreciate it. Anyone who watches this after it's been live, thank you so much. We appreciate the love and support. And yeah, we'll keep it going. And have a good one.
Stay with me. Ooh.